So I'm not going to wait for people to come on. Whoever's coming on, hello. Just want to drop a quick message really quick. Whoever is coming on, speak to me as you come in. This is going to be really quick. I'm sitting here on my couch during lunch, but I just wanted to expound on the message on the post that I posted a little earlier about, people are waiting on you. People are waiting, for you. People are waiting. So I just want to, tell you guys a dream that I had about that and regarding that, about people knowing who you are and they're just really just looking and they're following you to see, basically, in so many words, when you're going to bust a move. When are you going to bust a move for the Lord? So, like I said, let me get through this quickly. So I had a dream the other night that, I was just riding up and down the street, trying to go about my own business. I was trying to get to a hardware store or whatever. And what happened was I so happened to, in a flash, notice a mother, or it was a mother or a grandmother, was holding a baby, and she was kind of just sitting, on a stoop of her steps. And she kind of just sat there for a while, and she was holding the baby, and it looked like she was asleep. So, that flashed into my head into the dream. And then I noticed when I went past her, she was still in that same place, but it didn't look like she was moving. So, I ended up parking the car, went to go see what was going on. And this woman was in such a bad state. And the infant, I couldn't even describe what the infant looked like. It looked like it was, an infant, but how it was taken care of was poorly taken care of. The woman just looked really tired. She looked really worn down and just looking like she was just waiting to die, basically, with the child in her arms. And so I'm asking, this woman, are you okay? What's going on? So then after that, everybody else started to come around this woman and seeing what's going on. And everybody just started to take action into what was going on with this woman. And there's this little girl that came up to me, and she had a mask on that was pulled down. She came up to me, and she said, "Oh my God," she said, I have been waiting for you. I have been waiting for you. I've been watching you, and I have been waiting for you." So, and that was basically the gist of the dream. And so what I have interpreted from that dream was, people know who you are. The ones that you are what God is waiting for. Whoever's going to rush the replay, this, I'm going to post this on my YouTube as well. But whatever, a lot of people are waiting on your yes. A lot of people are waiting you to submit to the directions of God. Every day we have to wake up and ask God to order our steps. We have to ask him, what do you want me to do today? Because in with you asking and you submitting that to God, that you're going to lead me today, it's going to lead you to someone that is waiting on you. That's going to lead you to someone that's waiting on a miracle. All right. And we're so busy worrying about all kinds of other stuff that don't matter. And there really are people that know who you are, that are watching you on social media. It doesn't even have to be physically outside or outdoors. And you never know, what cashier or restaurant worker or somebody that you're inspiring because you're in their presence. And they know you either have a word for them. They know that you are there for a purpose, or just even to give them a word of encouragement, or you have resources that they need that you might not have thought so much of, that had any value. They are waiting for you, and and their future and their destiny relies on your obedience. I don't think we take this seriously enough. Right now in this time, a lot of people's destiny and where they're going is dependent on you submitting to God. That like God is calling you. God is calling a lot of us. And we're so tied up into what's going on in the media and what's going on in the government and but we have yet to get in God's face. Yet to get in God's face to see what he wants us to be for the people. What does he want us to be for the people? You know, hey, Portia, thank you for coming in. I'm going to say the dream again because, you know, you hopped in. I'm going to say the dream again. So this is coming up because I had a dream. You know, I was going to a regular store and I don't know, like I saw this woman. I saw this woman as I was coming back and forth to the hardware store, and she, you know, she flashed into my mind, you know, and I was like, okay, I see this woman. So when I went back down the road, and this woman was in front of her house. But the thing was, the woman was like really stressed out. She was really tired. I don't know if she was the grandmother or the mother, but she was holding this infant that was, like I said, this infant didn't even really look like an infant. It was like it was a toddler, but she treated it as an infant, and she was really like sick, and she wanted to, it's like she was waiting there to die. She was holding on to this infant with dear life, and she was waiting to die. So I asked her, I'm like, what's going on? You know, well, how long you've been sitting there? And it looked like she'd been sitting there for days. And so when I went to go help her and ask what was going on, the whole community, the whole neighborhood came out to help this woman. And I'm looking like, didn't y'all see this woman all this time been sitting here? Why it take me to come and address this? And then here come everybody else, you know? So, you know, that's a whole nother story in itself that I'll get into. And then the little girl, it was this little girl that came and she pulled her mask down and she said, I've been watching you and I've been waiting for you. She said, I've been waiting for you. And so that was the end of the dream. But that taught me that people know who you are. People know that you are God sent and waiting for you to take action, waiting for you. So it's not more about like I'm trying to stay hidden or I'm trying to like ain't nobody else gonna know until I say yes. No, people know, and their life is relying on you saying yes, and not yes in your mouth, but yes with your actions. You know, and it doesn't take much. You don't have to have a whole ministry and a whole platform going on. Just like I said, wake up and ask God to order your steps. Ask him to order your steps during the day. He will lead you to somebody that was waiting on that miracle. They're waiting on that miracle. So whatever that you got, we should never diminish what we have. Someone needs a word of encouragement. Someone needs, you know, resources. I don't care if it's $5. And, you know, I never diminish money because $5 is something. $5 is something to somebody. So it may not be much to you, but it's something to somebody. You know, something that they need gas. You know what I mean? To get to where they're going, to get to a job interview, you know, whatever. And if they didn't get that job interview, they was going to get thrown out their house. Like, we don't know. We don't know. And God is just calling for us. And we're just so stuck into what's going on, you know, with the government, with everything, and with church and all these disagreements and all this division. We have to stop. We have to stop because people, in the midst of it all, people are waiting and people are dying spiritually because we don't want to stop from whatever that we have got going on to pay attention to what God wants us to do. And the thing is, even with that dream, like I said, all the community came out after I took the first step. That woman been sitting there for days on that step, waiting to die. You mean to tell me people, all these people, it was a busy street, y'all. All these people that passed by this woman, y'all didn't see that she needed help. So it took me to step up and go, and then everybody else wanted to come in. Everybody wanted to come in and then now come help this baby. So even with that respect, God is waiting for some of you just to lead. to lead that mission. You may not want to. It's uncomfortable and it's not convenient. Listen, most times God's orders is not convenient, but he wants you to do it. He wants you to do it. And everyone else is not going to comply unless you step out and do it. So not only are the ones in need are waiting for you, but the ones that are called to help out are waiting on you too. They waiting on you to light that match. All right. So like I said, this is really quick. I didn't have too much to say, but I just know that in this season, and I always say in this season, there's a lot going on in this season, but God is, people are waiting. And I don't want to say, well, waiting like, okay, waiting for them to just look at you. People aren't waiting just to look at you. People are waiting because that God wants to use you to help. People need help. Do y'all understand? People need help. People need help. So I pray that this will light a match, that this will spark something in someone. This is what God wants me to do. I'm being obedient right now. God gives me these dreams and he gives me these things, also to evaluate myself. Because I believe it was a dream for myself as well. But I believe it was also to share. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one he's pulling on. I'm not the only one he's called to leadership. I'm not the only one he's called to pioneer. I'm not. I know there's a lot of leaders that he wants to raise up, but we can't be scared. We can't be the first to lead these tasks, lead these missions. And they're going to be so uncommon missions. They won't look so structured and so pretty, like Tuesday. Enough with the fluff. We are not in a fluffy season. We are not in a fluffy season. It's time to work. It's time to roll up our sleeves and get to work. It's time to have the hard conversations. It's time to address them elephants in the room. It's time to have these conversations that we brush over with Bible. We need to get to the root of what keeps tripping us up and what's keeping us in this place where God has to always try to shake us up all the time. It's always about his people. And when they start to fall by the wayside, according to what we desire, and then we sit and wonder why things are going on in the world the way that they are, we ain't on our job. Yes, deal with the issues. We need to get on our job. There's conversations that need to be had. There's action that need to be done. It's time to come up out this cave. Those that God has been developing in the dark, it's time almost up, or time is up, actually. We need to set the captives free. People have been in bondage in so long. We need to set the captives free, and they know who we are. They know who we are. Yep. So many bandages on everything. Just put a Band-Aid on and we just gonna keep it there. And not so in this season. So I pray that I know some of my words that I say and what I talk about is just so heavy sometimes, but hey, it'd be heavy on me. But in this season, I'm just not scared to say anything at this point. It's too many lives at stake. It's too many lives at stake, and I'm not doing it just because to save my behind. It's not I'm saying this to be like, oh, well, God, I want you mad at me. No, it's because that's my heart. I want people to be helped. So for those that are coming in, please watch the replay. I'm going to go ahead and stop it so you guys can watch the replay. But, people are waiting on us. People are waiting. Communities are waiting. The country is waiting. They're waiting. And they know who you are. They see you. They waiting for you, like I said. Bust a move. Yep. Must be the light. We got to be the light. We got to stop hiding under these lamp lampshades and how, I'm gonna show a little bit. You know how lampshades is. I'm gonna show a little bit, but it's not the full power and capacity of the light. So it's not time to be afraid to be the light. And people are waiting for that light. Some people are waiting for you to go in there first to see everything else around it. That's what leaders do. They wait for, like, anybody gonna go in that dark cave? Everybody will look at the cave. I ain't going in now. But they wait for somebody with a flashlight to go in there to see what's going on. If I can see what's going on, then I could go in there. So that's pretty much what a leader does. You light it up for everybody else to come and help. So some of you may be called to be a leader, to be that one that, hey, I'm going to go in there with my light first. So everybody else can see that it's not so bad, that, I actually have the ability to help, because a lot of people don't know how much power that they have. They don't know the abilities that they have. They don't know that even if you don't have that many resources, that it's life-changing to somebody else, So I'm not going to hold you guys up any longer. I've been trying to end this for... So again, they're waiting on you and they're watching you. All right. So you guys have a good day. Share this for whoever will need this. And I'll talk to you guys later. Okay. Bye-bye.